I would like to congratulate everybody who is celebrating Kuwait's 64th National Day this year and also the 34th anniversary of Kuwait's liberation. I hope people can take advantage of the wonderful holiday, the fantastic weather. And for me, it's a reminder of the different phases of the United Kingdom's relationship with the state of Kuwait, from the days where our relationship changed in 1961 and in 1991 when we were there for our friends. Last year, the year 2024, was a really important year in the relationship between the United Kingdom and the state of Kuwait, because we were celebrating the 125th anniversary of our official diplomatic relations. So we looked back to the year 1899 when Kuwait and the UK signed the Friendship Agreement. And this was where we started off formalising our relations from a diplomatic perspective. We were involved in trading, we were involved in different defence alliances as well. But it was when we decided that we would formalise the bilateral relationship between our two countries. And it was just a few years after that year in 1899, in 1904, that we had the first resident British political agent who moved to Kuwait to be able to foster and nurture those diplomatic ties. So we had Mr. Knox, who moved into what is now known as Dixon House, but at the time it was known as the British Political Agency. And the house is still there on the Gulf Road. It's now been turned into a museum, and the UK is working with the National Council for Culture, Arts and Letters to help restore this really important building. So we looked back into our archives with the help of the National Library as well. We found some beautiful photographs. We found different articles from newspapers that celebrated different milestones in our relationship. We also did lots of cultural things as well. So we brought over a young British street artist. He usually works in Sheffield, and she worked with a Kuwaiti street artist to produce a beautiful collaborative piece of art in the Gold Souk, just next to Souk Mubarakiyah. And this celebrates the hoopoe bird, which migrates between the UK and Kuwait. And we thought that was a lovely symbol of the ties between us. We also looked at different creative industries, including children's literature and our publishing industry. And we had an author and illustrator who travelled to Kuwait from Northern Ireland. And he did different draw-along and read-along sessions with lots of children here, which was a lot of fun. We had music concerts as well. We had a fantastic concert in Drury Lane, the heart of London's Theatreland, in September, with a Kuwaiti-led orchestra. And then we also had some marvellous different showcases on at the Jabr al-Ahmad Cultural Centre here. We had an orchestra, we also had a film festival. We had lots of fun things going on for children as well as for adults. We had a British car rally where I got to drive a Bentley, which I was slightly terrified about. And that celebrated some of the shared love of automobiles and also British engineering. British cars are one of the biggest export sectors to the UK, so it was a nice opportunity to celebrate that. And we've done lots of other things across creative industries, celebrating our educational links as well, also looking at more commercial links that we can forge. And then that brings us to this year, 2025, which is the 250th anniversary of the United Kingdom's first trading contract with Kuwait. So back in 1775, we signed a contract to deliver the mail and also to act as a kind of courier service. So this was working with what became the East India Company. So it was an interesting relationship where the UK was sort of was changing, what was seen as His Majesty's government was changing. And also what was the state of Kuwait and its boundaries, that was also flexing. But the leadership of our two countries at the time decided we trusted each other, we wanted to work together. And so we decided to start signing contracts around commercial activities. So this year, my team will be very busy looking back again through the archives, looking at different material to celebrate those historic links, but always looking to the future as well. Always looking to things like artificial intelligence, cybersecurity, different challenges, but also opportunities for the future where we can pool our resources, exchange human capital, talk about research and development, and see what jointly we can come up with together. I'm really excited about the 12th Britain in Kuwait exhibition, which will take place at Asma Mall. It will launch with a VIP reception on the 17th of February, and then it will be open to the public on the 18th and 19th of February. This exhibition is being held under the patronage of His Highness Sheikh Nasser Mohammed Al Sabah, and I feel honoured to be part of this. We will see showcases from a number of different British Kuwaiti business ventures and lots of different sectors where British businesses are active here in the Kuwaiti market. And these range from automobiles through to education. There will also be a sort of historical archive section as well, which I think people will find really interesting, looking back at some of the old photographs. I'm quite interested to see the cars and also to learn more about some of the newer models which will be launched quite soon here in Kuwait. So if you're around Asma Mall, please come along and have a look around. It's a really nice thing to be able to drop into. This is the 12th one, and I've really enjoyed the ones that I've been in Kuwait for and have been able to visit. So come along and see the showcase of Britain and Kuwait working together with our private sectors with lots of different business ideas. These sorts of trade shows and exhibitions are really important in terms of introducing businesses to each other and continuing to forge those commercial links between the UK and the state of Kuwait. And I look forward to many, many more exhibitions of this type. So please come along and enjoy this one.